What is going on, everybody? It is Matt Marchese, also known as Islanders Daily, your daily news from the four-time Stanley Cup champions, New York Islanders, and we're here again today with another brand new episode. And in today's episode, the contest for the jersey continues to come down. You know, we're almost at the final two. We are at the final four right now. And I know we talked a little bit about how it probably was all staged. They probably had their four jerseys picked out long before, or their eight jerseys picked out long before the contest even happened. I don't know if they thought the contest would take off to the amount it actually did. But I did see a lot of people were saying, hey, why were there no whites or, no cream colors on the alternate list for people to select? And I guess somebody received an email saying, from somebody in the Islanders organization saying, hey, we appreciate it and everything, but the problem is we want to wear the alternate uniforms at home, and a lot of the time the road teams only pack the white uniforms, so it would be a little difficult to force them to bring their colored uniforms on these trips, so they just deemed it easier to stick with the colored uniforms, and that is kind of why we're seeing just a strict pattern of the uniforms that are being, nominated in the Final Four here. Definitely disappointing because I think there was a lot of good jerseys that I saw on Twitter, on Instagram, with the cream color and with the white color. Fortunately, does not happen. There will be no jerseys there for them, and it is just down to four jerseys, all of navy color right now. And for the four jerseys, I do have the favorite out of the four, but the competitions going on right now are the Lighthouse uniform versus the Fisherman uniform. The Lighthouse one is currently blowing that out of the water, and then the other one is the Navy one with the NY logo, and another Navy one with a cream middle orange lines that says Islanders on it, and that one is currently winning, the one with the cream in the middle. Now, I gotta say, I actually really like the cream one. I like the cream one that says the Islanders. That is the one I'm voting for. I think it's a different uniform than what the Islanders have, and I really like it. I do like it, and I've been seeing a lot of people on Twitter, on Instagram, Islander fans who all want the Lighthouse, and I might be in the minority here, but I really hate the Lighthouse logo. I think the logo is ugly. I don't think it works as a primary logo. I think it is more so a logo that is just meant for the shoulder patches or something. I think by itself, it is just an ugly, ugly logo. And I don't think it can really work as the primary logo on a uniform. And another problem with that is the numbers on that uniform. It's just white. There's no white in the jersey besides the numbers. There's no outline around it or anything. I'm just not a fan of that. My favorite is easily the cream middle Islanders one. I think that one is different. I think that one has a classic, style to it. It looks good. It looks nice. And I really, really, really like that one out of the Final Four there. And that is the one I'm going to be picking. But again, I could easily be in the minority for which one of these uniforms is my favorite. I do want to hear what you guys say is your favorite, but that one is by far my favorite. I do think the Lighthouse is going to win. Again, I do not like the Lighthouse one. You guys can rag on me in the comments if you want for that, opinion right there and everything. But it's just, I don't know. It's just what is, the right decision for the Islanders uniform-wise and everything. Who knows? But again, I don't think it's going to make anybody happy, these uniform choices. I do think people wanted different ones as the final nominees, but it is what it is. So that's the jersey update. We're getting close to seeing who the Islanders or what the Islanders' new third jersey will be in the 2027-2028 season, and we will have to see. Now, next up is going to more so be a question to you guys here about what should the Islanders do? And you guys can see what it says right there, blow it up. Should the New York Islanders just completely blow their team up? Now, this is where I think it gets a little confusing and a little difficult on whether or not they should completely blow it up. The reason being is you bring in Pete DeBoer, right? He is a coach who is going to not want to be on a rebuilding team. He wants to be there with a winning organization, and he will coach up a winning organization. So that does take out, possibility of the Islanders, blowing it up. I don't think that they will do it. That's a main reason why I don't think they will blow it up, unfortunately. Next up is, the ownership. Will the ownership be willing to suck for a little bit? Get rid of your top players and everything. See if you can, make something happen. That's another thing. Is it something that you can make happen? Are you willing to take the loss on attendance and all that stuff in order to build a very successful team in the future? I don't know if they are. Again, Matthew Darche, another guy who is kind of fighting for his career right now, for his job. Are you willing to blow it up and suck a little to, risk your job? And it's tough. I think no matter what, Islander fans want, it's not going to happen. I don't think they will blow it up. I think the Islanders general manager, their coach, believe they have a chance to win it. Now, I don't know if they do. And I do think, we constantly hear Darche talk about, hey, we have, a lot of money we can spend next year. Well, that's great. But what about this year? Are we going to do something stupid? He also talked about Darche, how he doesn't want to, get away from his plan that he had. Well, you kind of, you're kind of, messing up your words there. I can't think of the words myself right there. Because you don't want to mess up your plan you had, yet you traded for Andrej Palat, Carson Soucy, and Braden Shen. Why did you do that? You didn't need those guys. You wanted to get more money. What was the point of bringing these guys on? Contradicting himself. That's what I'm looking for. Geez, man, it took me way too long to think of the word contradicting himself. And that is what Darche has done. He has contradicted himself nonstop. How are we supposed to have faith in a guy who contradicts himself nonstop about, hey, we'll have a lot of money next year? And then, I don't want to get players to change things. He made it known in free agency he's not going for anybody. Well, then why are you trading for people? It makes no sense on what he was doing. It's just, I don't know what the plan is. And again, I do think that you do have some solid players in Schaefer and everything. But, look at the San Jose Sharks, the team they freaking built over there just by sucking ass. They have got an insanely loaded team now, the Sharks. You look at it, and the Islanders, yes, you have Schaefer, right? You have Schaefer, who is untradeable. You have Barzal Horvat. But problem is, I think only Schaefer and Ritchie, and Eklund and some of your younger prospects are your only untradeable guys. You want those guys. You want to build a team for the future right now. The Islanders are an old-ass team. They are not young. They are not young. They are an old team who cannot score goals. What thinks that they will do anything this year? Are you really going to suck ass another season here and not do anything, right? You're going to just suck. You'll get a high draft pick. You won't do anything, though. And then you'll try and fix it up in the free agency. Why? Sure, what? You think you can sign Jason Robertson in free agency? You think you're going to get these superstars in the loaded draft class next year? You think you're going to sign a Jason Robertson, a Quinn Hughes, somebody like that? No, you're not. Maybe Jason Robertson, if you're lucky, if DeBoer has a solid year. But again, why would Robertson want to go there? The problem is, too, you have state income tax. A lot of these players are wanting to go to non-state income taxes places. You're going to have to pay more to get them. So do you think, are they going to go with the outlook like, hey, we'll sign Jason Robertson next year? Or, hey, we'll sign whoever's on there. It's a deep free agent class. Hey, we'll sign Quinn Hughes, hey, we'll sign Cale McCarr. Spoiler alert, they won't. Those guys will stay on their team. Maybe Quinn Hughes will go to the Devils or something. But those guys aren't going to leave their team. I mean, Jason Robertson will probably leave the Stars, but out of, every team in the NHL besides the Stars who you're leaving, why would you pick the Islanders over any other team? I don't know. So it comes down to, should the Islanders blow it up this season? And this is more so a question for you guys. I want to hear what you guys think. Should the Islanders blow it up? Because I'm okay with keeping these guys on the team until the deadline, right? If things start going really rough at the trade deadline and you're looking really out of it, I think you start over. And I think you take the bad for a little bit. You suck for maybe 3 to 4 years. You take the bad. I'm used to watching teams suck. I watch the Jets every football season. It's been 15 years since they made the playoffs, man. I was 7 years old the last time the Jets made the playoffs. If the Islanders really want to get to a team who has a chance to win a Stanley Cup, you're going to need new faces. And how do you get new faces? By blowing it up. You can trade guys like Barzal, like Horvat, good players on your team to get a good amount of picks, good prospects. Trade in Ilya Sorokin. There are going to be teams who are going to want your players. And I will say, I think if the Islanders are well out of the playoffs come trade deadline day, you blow it up. You blow it up. You just destroy the team, man. And I think that's what the Islanders will have to do if they want to have any chance to compete for a Stanley Cup in the near future. So that's going to do it all for today's episode. As always, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys make this channel run. I love having you guys just listen to me talk about the Islanders, give my opinions on it, hear your guys' opinions on it. That's what I want. I want you guys to comment on this video whether or not you do think the Islanders should blow it up. Now, that's going to do it all for today's episode. As always, let's go Islanders.